scream, a thief in the night, yeah. If I call you girl, I know it's good. I know it's true. I know it's fine. Tell you twice. If I never speak, a thief in the night. Thief in the night. If I call you girl, I know it's good. I know it's true. I know it's fine. Tell you twice. If I never speak, a thief in the night.
All these people always lying or something. Sorry, I'm so fly, so what? All these people always lying or something. So I say that. Yeah. For the fame ain't saying shit with my mind.
YouTube, what's the big old deal, man? It's y'all favorite hood partner, Big Nina Boy. We back at it with another one, man. It looked like, man, we heading towards the Keefe D Tupac murder, man. It looks like we got to go back down that rabbit hole again, man. Suge Knight back out there popping his 1-2, man, trying to, you know what I'm saying, shift that gear towards Keefe D. Now, if y'all remember, man, we used to be on the Tupac murder situation. It was crazy because I was painting pictures like Picasso to some of these cherry picking dudes literally start coming for me outside of YouTube, man. I'm talking about, you know, pulling up records and all that crazy stuff, man. But look like we back at it, man. Everybody's seeing my jacket clean, man. You understand me? So let's get to it, man. We got a new update on the Tupac murder, man. Suge Knight admit that Keefe D told him who killed Tupac, right? Now y'all remember, man, Gaddafi was Tupac's like little homie, you know what I'm saying, like his brother, and he was the one that was his best friend, Gaddafi, right? He was finna tell everything, but he ended up getting knocked down. Y'all remember when Gaddafi got knocked down, right? He got knocked down in New Jersey. He went back to New Jersey or something happened, and he had the signs there, man, and he got knocked down. But let me just say this before we get into the content, man. When you live by the gun, you die by the gun, homie. You see what I'm saying? It's a tragedy that Tupac lost his life so early. You know what I'm saying? But let me say this, though, homie. When you really live by that gun, homie, I'm talking about if you pop that gun one time at somebody and you brag about it, you talk about it, best believe if you're not watching your six out here, gang, you will die behind that gun. And it don't have to do with gang violence. It could be a straight bullet. So with that being said, man, let's get into the content, man. It's time to go down that rabbit hole again. Let's get it. Let's go.
Keefe D, you know that trial coming up, man. It's around the corner, man. And he officially came out with his defense. He's saying that, you know, Diddy, he put a hit out on you and Tupac, and that's the reason why Tupac got killed in Vegas. So, yeah, man. How you feel about that?
Well, first thing first. I mean, that conversation been out there. He put his truth out there. A lot of other people put their truth out there. Me personally, if it wasn't all the way out there, I wouldn't have no comment on it. But since it's there, I tell you this. When I first paroled back in the day, I used to keep a box at the Staples Center. So I'm at the Laker game, fucking with a bitch here and there, got some bitches with me. I step out for a little fresh air. I see Keefe D.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is
Keefe D was spooked. First thing he told me was they didn't have nothing to do with the killing of my homie Buntry. I responded to Keefe D and said, shit, if I thought that, I'd be on you already. He said, but I'm going to give you something that's real true, and I've been wanting to tell you because we've been knowing each other, you know, since we was kids. So Keefe D was like, look, I need the money. Puffy them supposed to give me $1 million They gave us most of the money, or half of the money, and that's how everything unraveled for is what happened in Vegas. At that time,
All right, so we got to stop there. If y'all remember, Zip was he was I guess Eric Zip Martin. You know what I'm saying? That's the one who was supposed to be delegating the handoff between the bread between allegedly. I want to say alleged because Diddy is out on the streets, and you know what I'm saying, he got them lawyers, man. So y'all got to be careful on accusations. But supposedly, he went through Eric Zip Martin. Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? Which was, I guess, Diddy, daddy, the little homeboy back in the day, right? He gave him the check. He was supposed to split the check and kick it down to Keefe D. But one thing he did do is he allegedly gave them dudes the gun, right? Now, this gun that everybody, y'all got to realize, Keefe D's trial starts in, man, we right around the corner from it. Nobody has that gun. Last time that gun was even seen, Reggie Wright Jr., I don't know if his father, this is just alleged at this point because that nigga be playing them games too. They had the gun in custody, gang. You see what I'm saying? For some reason, that gun got out of custody. And the people who went and got it was only two people. It was either Reggie Sr. or Reggie Jr. But that gun that's supposed to kill Tupac was supposedly handed by Eric Zip Martin, man. That's Puffy, you know what I'm saying, go-to guy when he was trying to allegedly get Tupac knocked down. So I just want to bring y'all up to date because it's finna get real. It's finna go down. And y'all better believe this. You cannot believe everything that Suge Knight says. Why? Because we have seen time after time that Suge Knight, he's trying to stay relevant. You see what I'm saying? He's trying to look, man. He needs to make money. His bread is running out. You know what I'm saying? And shit, nigga, shit. It's been about 40 years around it. Nigga, that money long gone. You understand what I'm saying? And he didn't bully his way through so many people's pockets that people tired of giving him some money. So we gonna take it with a grain of salt. But I want y'all to understand something. It's finna come out, man. You know what I'm saying? I honestly believe that if Keefe D didn't do it, he know who did. Let's get it.
I'm on parole. I look to the left, look to the right. The whole place is packed. So I'm like, I had to go take a piss. Let's have this conversation in the restroom. He was like, man, I ain't going in that restroom with you. And good thing he didn't, because even though we was friends, but if a motherfucker pays you to kill us, I got a bullet into my skull. And one of the best friends I had ever had in life is Pac. And he ain't here. I'm gonna beat the fuck out that nigga in that restroom. You know, my blood was boiling. Somebody used to always say, but at the same time, I am an intelligent, wise man and a businessman. Since I can't do nothing to him, I might as well get him to ask some questions. So I double back on him and say, what you
All
mean?
right, so for those that's coming in, man, if y'all not really knowing what's going on, y'all got to understand something, right? Y'all got to realize Biggie was killed in California, right? An East Coast rapper. You see what I'm saying? They claim that this dude named Poochie from Ludus Park killed Biggie, and Poochie is a member of Death Row. You see what I'm saying? But to my thinking, back then, like, see, the masses, right? And those life insurance policies was to secure that when these artists wanted to leave and they already invested thousands and thousands of dollars into these life policies and these insurance policies, that they get to leave with that. It's voided. You see what I'm saying? And this is the beginning stages of how all this shit was playing out. To me, man, I think a lot of these top dudes was knocking down they biggest artists. You can't leave, nigga. Every year, nigga, I was putting in $50,000 into this insurance policy on your ass, nigga. Now you want to leave and shit? That shit, nigga, they not sending that shit back. But this is where it ties at, right? Everybody is finna start getting mad at Gene Deal because when this Keefe D Tupac murder trial starts, which is starting next year, right? We already at the fourth quarter. We in October, right? So we got what, November, December. We got 2 more months. So now we finna start realizing who's finna testify, right? I'm telling y'all right now, Whack 100 name is definitely finna be involved with this Tupac murder, as far as, you know, with Reggie White and all this crazy ass shit, right? Because he tried to bail out. I'm not saying like too much, but he tried to bail out Keefe D, right? Reggie White Jr. will be testifying. He will be testifying, right? Reggie White Jr. is testifying. I believe Gene Deal called me if I'm wrong on this one though, but Gene Deal will definitely be testifying in this case, right? All of this shit go hand in hand. Y'all gotta understand something. Biggie didn't just get killed by a nigga from Ludus Park. Nigga, Biggie didn't even, man, come on, gang. All of this shit's finna tie. So I see why Suge being on the internet trying to get his narrative. He just gotta hold on a little longer. He waiting for that ace in that hole. Because if this shit get out bad and they really if this get a hung jury and they know that Suge Knight know who killed Tupac, he might be able to talk his way out of prison, man. Man, look, that little shit that look at all that time nigga Suge did. Suge did all that fucking time, man. Look, he been down for a long fucking time, man. He old as hell. He ain't fighting nobody for number one. And number two, shit, nigga, they want to get this shit over with. And it looks like everybody think that Keefe D is just gonna go down like that. Nah, Keefe D didn't do it. Keefe D, nobody stood up to the plate. Nobody even dared to even say they did that. He was the only one man enough to do it. He had the drugs, he had the guns, he had the power. Yeah, Keefe D had the money, he had to do it. He had the money. When you got money, you got power. One thing a person don't want to do, you don't want to go up against somebody with money. Because what money represents is bigger than anybody who on a corner with some muscles and some 22s on their arms. Because yeah, you got 2 arms and 2 legs, but just imagine a nigga who got that bread down. He's sending 30, 40 troops over there on you. I don't care how kick ass you can do, nigga. You can't kick everybody ass when you got 30 gang members on your head, on your noggin. So that's why I say, man, it's finna get real intense, man. Y'all tune in over here, man. If y'all want to go back down this rabbit hole, it got ugly last time. But hey, I'm with it if y'all coming back over here and y'all want to rock with it. Let's go.
Yeah, well, look. Puffy used to come to the hood. He said, you can ask James. You know, him and James always been good friends, you know. James is the one who went through some things and been tampered with. But it's not about James getting tampered with. It's about the conversation Keefe D told me that what he told James. Guess they baby mamas is best friends. So Rat James, what Keefe D said, he told Rat James that, look, it's big money in this. Only thing Puffy want to do is pay $1 million to have both of them killed.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline. The real culprit is friction, and it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what
is just say alleged. Why would Puffy want Tupac and Suge Knight killed? It's not over them diss records, bro. Allegedly, Diddy found out that Poochie from Ludus Park, right? From Ludus Park, right? Knocked down Biggie. You see what I'm saying? This was a retaliation for the murder of Biggie Smalls, homie. That's why this is quote unquote. All this shit is crazy, man. And a lot of people not really seeing the connection there. But just say hypothetically speaking, if Diddy did, you know, put that kite out there, right? It definitely wasn't over no. I fucked your baby mama. It was never. That was never the case. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes down to this, Diddy needs to stay out of jail. If he get convicted and he get that 11 years, it's going to be extremely bad because he's going to lose the resources because he still got to fight that first trial, knowing that he got to deal with this Tupac murder trial is coming. It's right around the corner. But allegedly, when Biggie died, and this is where Gene Deal was going to play a major key point in because he told Diddy that, hey, look, he just got word that it's some gang members outside and they were sent to kill Biggie. You see what I'm saying? And Diddy ignored that shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna get ugly. But I kind of don't believe that, you know, if me and you being if me and you being enemies our whole entire life since we kids, I see you at the Staples Center, and all of a sudden, nigga, I just wanna, nigga, I'm gonna wait, nigga, 40 years just to say, I'm gonna give you something. Nigga, hey, Diddy paid. Man, come on, gang. That's ratting. Why would you tell your enemy who paid you to try to even do the murder? That don't even add up. That's why I say, man, should be telling them stories, but hey, it could be some truth to it. Let's go.
He told me that. He said it was, according to him now, according to him, he said it was security that accepted money, participated in it, and it was so-called homies. So he laid it out to me in a way that he's spilling his guts to me, saying it wasn't just him, it wasn't just Puffy. He named names, he named people. And usually when people name names the way he was naming names, I believed him, because he wasn't talking just to be talking. I felt he was also coming straight, because there was a big war behind that. A war that they lost. And I think it was a war that destroyed their neighborhood. So that's being said, I know what I know being there. I know what I know later on when people told lies or never told me the truth. I know that later on when I found out certain people was suspect in assassination of Tupac, an attempted assassination on me. I know from conversations that if somebody was a suspect, one of the first things they should have did was told me. I know what Frank told me. I know what I had to go through to basically have the homies find Frank and pretty much kidnap Frank. I wouldn't use the word kidnap, but made Frank drive back to my house in Loserville just to have a conversation with me. I know that Frank also told me that the reason why he wasn't asking his phone or his walkie-talkie is because the head of security told him don't, and if he come back to the house, something's gonna happen to him. Beat up, maybe killed. So he said that's why he was avoiding this. I know when I talked to Frank, I was.
If you need 3D printing services, you need to try Xometry. Xometry offers a
aggressive rather, to get the truth. I know when I had.
All right. So, hey, y'all, it's crazy because we finna find out what's really going on, but y'all gotta understand something, right? Yaki Gaddafi from the Outlaws, which was Tupac's best friend, bro. You feel me? Yaki Gaddafi was right in the car, right behind Tupac and Suge. You see what I'm saying? He was right behind them. All right, so we in Vegas. Tupac and Suge is in this car. Yaki Gaddafi was in the second car right behind him, right? So Suge is driving, right? Boom. Yaki Gaddafi behind him driving. Yaki Gaddafi see the murderer pass his car, stop right there in front of Suge, and just unload. Boom, 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 boom. Yaki Gaddafi seen the killer. He was finna testify. You see what I'm saying? All this shit, man. For some reason, it's gonna double back and bite Suge Knight in his ass, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because he think that like a lot of people don't really see the connection there, but at the same time, them people, man, look, he's gonna. look, put it like this. How is it that Yaki Gaddafi died? Man, I'm talking about like this. I'm like this. He was the only who had the resources to clear that shit up. You see what I'm saying? They never killed Tupac, so Diddy couldn't possibly want to go knock down Yaki Gaddafi. You see what I'm saying? It don't add up, man. But this is what I'm saying. When it comes to Suge Knight, right now, he's talking too much. You shout out, man. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue, because this is some important information. But all this shit, this is why I say this new internet era, bro. This shit will be used in court if they see fit. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully that not this, but we got to stop talking about these cases and these. I mean, well, the people who actually start talk about them. Yeah, I'm gonna react to them like a motherfucker because these niggas are dumb. But just by y'all talking on the internet about this shit, if you slip up one time, you can't take that shit back. It will be used in court, man. Y'all got to be careful. You new YNs, stop showing all your guns on camera. Stop talking on these phones, man. Let's get it.
Ask Frank why he didn't carry his gun. I asked Frank why he didn't tell us that he wasn't carrying his gun. I asked Frank, even you carrying your gun for your own protection.
All right. Now, when he talk about Frank, rest in peace to Frank. Frank didn't do it, bro. Frank was the light-skinned security guard that was bodyguarding Tupac. Frank was a genuine type of nigga, bro. Like when you look at his footage, his communication, his interviews, how he expressed his feelings towards Tupac, that man was way more genuine than you know what Suge is trying to paint, right? But see, y'all gotta realize Suge Knight is not no perfect nigga. Suge Knight is one of the most grimiest niggas who ever was put in a chair and was given millions of dollars to run a record label. He was the first one to really do it on a gangster, ruthless level. You ain't never know no top dog that nigga that come from the hood, nigga that went to college. He was a college student, football player. You know what I'm saying? Like a really good football player. You know what I'm saying? Who had a big image, nigga who knew how to turn water into wine, who knew how to activate and become ruthless. Because when you grow up in the hood, nigga, doing this gangster shit is second nature. You see what I'm saying? It's second nature to you. Anybody can do it. All you got to do is just stop caring. You know what I'm saying? And do whatever it takes to make sure that your name staying all around the city. But see, this is where it comes dirty to Diddy. Cassie said that statement about how they got word that Suge Knight and all the niggas was up there. I think it's a double plot in this shit. I think niggas knew what it really was, and I think Tupac was sacrificed. I really feel like that because Suge Knight know who killed Tupac. That's why he didn't kill Tupac. He know who killed Gaddafi. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go.
You definitely would need your firearm if you're doing security for Pac. And I know that Puffy got to be one nervous motherfucker right now. And it looks like it's going to be the trial of the century.
It is. I'm telling you.
In real time, did you know that it was a hit on you and Pop? Did anybody tell you anything?
It's gonna be big, y'all.
In real time, no one did. So this is the thing that bothers me the most. Getting into it with somebody, no big deal. Having enemies, no big deal. Going to war, no big deal. Getting shot, we all know what we signed up for. But it's a problem when if you're doing security and you off duty and you getting paid to protect my artists, do your best to protect my artists. If you getting paid to do security, which you was, and if it's true that the police tell you that these off-duty police officers who doing security can't carry their firearms, it should have been brought to the owner of death row, which is me. And I always say that because I could have talked to the mayor, I could have talked to David Chasnow, Oscar Goodman, which Rex Bell, who runs Vegas. Or I could have said, recommend.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
Some guys with their CCW can carry a gun to do security for Tupac. But no one never told me. I never found about none of this stuff until now while I'm in prison. Nobody never told me that they made those calls until I seen the indictment. I think it was page 69 or whatever when they said that. The thing that bothered me the most is when certain people supposed to be friends of mine and Tupac who participated for the other side. It's not surprising if you read the Bible, Judas took 30 pieces of silver to portray Jesus. Even though we came up with the idea and Pac did an album and he was Black Jesus talking about himself, but neither one of us is Jesus or God. Now, if they can do that to Jesus, we're just a man. But it was the fact that it happened. The worst part about it is that when the receipts came back that Snoopy participated, when the receipts came back that Brad James knew this firsthand but never told none of us.
All right, so
I found out something crazy too when I was in the county jail.
all right, so y'all gotta, Suge is a little old, man, but this is why I'm still like, if he didn't kill, this is why I have my doubts. Like, I don't think he killed him, because why would you stage like shoot me too, but you know what I'm saying, but kill Tupac? So you know what I'm saying. That's why I still believe like he didn't kill him, but I honestly believe that he know way more than what he trying to portray, and he's saving it for an ace in the hole, because y'all gotta realize, nigga, Suge had 2 house keys to Tupac house. You know what I'm saying? And it would just be, I mean, sometimes people are like, well, yeah, Suge killed Tupac. Why would he kill Tupac why would you wait to kill him on the strip when you got the keys to his house? You see what I'm saying? Some people say, well, it would be only certain people know where Tupac lived. All right, I get that, but y'all got to understand something. Yaki Gaddafi was, like I said earlier, Yaki Gaddafi seen the killer, man. Yaki Gaddafi was shot in the head in New Jersey in 1996. We talking about right after Tupac died, they went and knocked down Yaki Gaddafi. He went to New Jersey, go back home to deal with some shit. He was supposed to go in and go tell the detectives what really happened. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to go back to Vegas and talk to them detectives and say, I seen the killer. You see what I'm saying? Orlando Anderson never killed Tupac, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. Keefe D made all that shit up. He seen an opportunity to make some money off the deal. You know, he was out there. They was supposed to kill him. They was supposed to kill him. But allegedly, Diddy never gave Keefe D the money. Eric Zip Martin never came through with the check. He ran off with the bag. He never gave Keefe D the money. So them niggas was not finna go knock down Tupac for, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had probable cause because Tupac and them jumped Orlando Anderson inside the casino. We get that. But they was not finna take that dude out. So this is why I say this is finna be one of, mark my word, what's today's date? Today is October the 2nd, 2026. This Tupac Keefe D murder. I'm the first one to tell y'all this shit finna be popping, bro. So y'all might as well tune in so y'all can know what's really going on with the case, the trial, because when we look at this shit, Suge Knight trying to get up out of jail. He been waiting. This is ace in the hole. He been waiting. Why y'all think y'all see Suge Knight on all the plot? He's trying to stay relevant because he knows if he doesn't stay relevant and when the shit jump off, he's gonna be dead weight to try to use his ace in the hole. That's why I say it's a play, man. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't know if it was the lawyer, the black lawyer. Talk like his name gonna come to him, but he talks like with overbite. Thor, we're calling for his mama. Oh yeah, Trump, that dude. So this dude goes in because he great friends with Puffy, really good friends with Puffy, and comes in and not only did he try to dirty the investigation of the case, he tried to make Tupac look bad. And I refused to talk to this idiot. He was about to interview a lawyer, this crackhead lawyer who turned out to be working for the police. But the guy name was Thaddeus Culpepper. Since they was frat brothers, he gonna interview him. That he didn't know me or Tupac. He just met me in 2015, 16. So he didn't know us in the 90s. But since they were cute frat brothers, they talked. And it bothered me to the point where he even interviewed.
Tell me why I'm getting Fortune and Washington Post for free.
Tell me why you woke me up.
This is Comet, the world's first AI browser that can take over your browser and do things for you.
Tell me why you woke me up.
Morning briefs, done. Articles to read, summarized for you. Paywalls and premium subscriptions, gone.
Tell me how to get it.
Well, why didn't you say so? Download Comet.
A homie. This dude's my little homie. This dude who I really have love for. And this dude told on himself. He basically told this crump dude how he blocked us in, or how he came to the car and smoke was out the car. Well, that part wasn't true. I damn sure once stumped over a motherfucking steering wheel. It was real active. It was a lot of active shooters. It wasn't just one shooter. And I got shot in the head because I grabbed Tupac and pulled him down. I was on top of him. He wasn't on top of me. But when we got ready to get ourselves together and did what we was going to deal with, it was more active shooting. But everybody did this for show and tell. Everybody told their stories for small change. Every person told his stories who never met Tupac and really been Tupac and really didn't know me. Everybody talk about Pac and myself, and most of these people who pound on their chest like they know everything, saying their name is not important because what they're talking about is not important because they're not important. But they tell a story and they never met Pac in their whole life. They wasn't there.
Man, that's like listen, gang. That's like a lawyer telling a story about you that they ain't never fucking met. Come on, gang. Look. See, he want to discredit anybody who understands common sense, gang. I'm telling y'all, I gotta admit though, Suge, nigga, you one hell of a pinky in the brain, nigga, because you have been relevant for probably about a good 2 years. Cause remember, he was dead in the water. Nobody talked about Suge. And to when they realized that they actually go try to indict Keefe D, that's when he came right back on the scene, man. So when I say, I want y'all to remember Yaki Gaddafi. Y'all remember that he did that that hit song with Tupac, right? Thug Passion, right? Y'all remember Thug Passion with Yaki Gaddafi. Yaki Gaddafi is the light-skinned one with the braids, the skinny one. You know what I'm saying? Napoleon. Napoleon is a Muslim now. Y'all gotta be on the lookout for him. But when we look at this, man, I still want to. I want to see how did the bullet graze Suge in the head or not? Because he talked about this shot in the head, bro, and he was out the hospital like that. Nigga don't get shot in the head, man, and all that shit, nigga. Like I know that cranium ain't that motherfucking big, nigga. Let's go.
They come around the death row in the 2001. I could already moved on. But at the same time, when you put all these pieces together, the paper trail is so deep because you'll see these group of people still cool with this group of people. You see this group of people really work with this group of people. And anytime you take a lieutenant of the sheriff's department to change the whole investigation of and in control of the whole investigation, you will never get the truth. But they use that incident of me losing my best friend, me losing almost my life, me getting sent to prison because of that.
Creators, I built these 3 apps to run my business just using prompts with base 44.
I don't want to discredit, you know what I'm saying? Look, Tupac, y'all remember, bro, Tupac wanted to leave Death Row. He wanted to leave Death Row because Suge Knight was taking majority of the money. He was paying for his lifestyle way more than he was paying for Tupac's. Everything that Tupac had was damn near in Suge Knight's name. But you sitting on the internet, come on, gang. Come on, my nigga. Y'all niggas sitting around here acting like Suge was just this perfect CEO. He wasn't ripping niggas off their money, they royalties, their masters. Nigga, you barely paid that nigga. You was sued. Nigga, his mother had to sue Death Row. You did not take care of Tupac like that, bro. Tupac had a gambling addiction, y'all. He liked to gamble. He liked to spend a lot of money. Tupac took care of a lot of people. Now, I want y'all to understand something, right? You know, as far as me looking into this shit, y'all got to realize that when I was looking at this shit, it was just coming to me. It was just coming because I looked at it. Tupac died, September 16, 1996. Then we look at his right-hand man, Yaki Gaddafi, died November 10th, 1996, right? November is coming up. You see what I'm saying? I don't know, but starting in November, for some reason, watch how the universe work. Everybody finna start jumping on this Tupac situation, man. But y'all gotta look at it like this. Yaki Gaddafi grew up with Tupac. That's like his real little brother. You know what I'm saying? That's his little homie. Like Suge didn't meet Tupac until he was in prison. You see what I'm saying, nigga? That wasn't your best friend, nigga. That you got him out of prison. That was business. You can't become a nigga. You can never become a man's best friend if it's in business involved. Because you know, best friends are free. You know what I'm saying? You don't charge a nigga to be your best friend. You don't bail it. You didn't know him to bail him out of jail. He signed a contract with you where you took majority of his royalties. You took Tupac for everything he had. And you still run around town, nigga, acting like nigga, that was your best friend. That was your best friend. Then why wasn't Tupac a millionaire on his own? I'm talking about wealthy. Like, yeah, he had millions and all that shit. He touched millions. He did movies and all that shit. But he should have had way more money than you. Let's go.
To bring down my life. I've been through a lot. But I know this. If God gives you a crown, man can't remove it. I know this. Tupac died, but still living. I know the bottom feeders, guppies as you should call them, did not die, but they never started living. Still today, they can't get noticed that they speak about Tupac and myself. That's a curse. I'm quite sure their karma is so deep that most people lost everything. They lost their self-dignity. They lost their respect. They lost their ugly ass bitch. Their kids became something that they never wanted them to be. They went from being
he laughing.
a boy.
You give Suge an ear, cuz he go pop it, cuz Suge know how to pop that shit, nigga. And to have your nigga tuned in like the Channel 2 news around here. Some niggas is drowned in, listen to his voice and shit, thinking, man, I see through them on tip, boy. That's why he damn near coughed a little. He started laughing because he know he gonna catch a lot of audience ear with this bullshit, gang.
To a girl. Some of them.
He always talking about himself. He keep adding himself to the ass.
I think most people who cross us that day suffer every day. They probably wake up every morning and say, Lord, today will be a good day to die. There was an attorney that I helped out, paid for his children in college, paid for everything that he, who he is today, and live the life he did because of me, and then Tupac. And
look how he always add himself in.
All these years, I never knew he participated in the assassination of both of us. What's so sad about that, Tupac fired his attorney, and he fired another person. They took that, there was the perfect bait to get recruited to be against us. This guy used to always tell us, watch how you talk on the phone. The Fed's probably listening. Somebody's listening to get you in trouble. Do not talk on the phone.
Why is Airbnb paying me $20,000 a month? I'm going to show you a new way to potentially make.
According to Michael Moore, who was in the car, his radio comes through, and the person, somebody else says, got him, basically got us. And then this person says, which wasn't a black person, voice, he says, well, none of the homies, but it was more like a lawyer or a white guy. It says, don't talk on the radio, get off the air. Me, I jokingly joked about it when I found about this conversation at this prison where I'm at. Now I talked to this lawyer, I said, hey, they said a lawyer type of guy said that. That's something you would say. I never seen this guy get so agitated and angry. And he talks, he always, he a little short, ugly motherfucker with a big ass head. And usually when he talks to you, you gotta turn your head because his breath always smells like shit. Because I guess of the fake teeth and all the surgeries he had in his face. Look like the real Joker. But he talks and he would talk, hey, Suge, how you doing? Like through his teeth. This particular
All right, so y'all gotta look at it. Suge got charisma, man. If y'all really, cause look, I can't stress to y'all how important this is to history, bro. You know what I'm saying? This, especially for everybody from CA, bro. Everybody from CA who really know, like, damn, nigga, like Tupac got knocked down in Vegas. And a lot of this has to do with Suge, bro. Like, Tupac wasn't no gangbanger. Tupac went to a Juilliard school. You see what I'm saying? Did y'all see Pac, like, in the beginning? His mannerisms, his hands will move, like, in ways some men might say is feminine. I'm going to be honest with you. Tupac, they got plenty of footage of Tupac when he was young. Like, he, you know what I'm saying? All right, I get it. He was a kid. He was, you know what I'm saying? But he never knew he was going to fuck around and come to California and turn out to be Tupac, right? None of us never know who we're going to be in the world in the future. That's why I say, even with gang culture, yeah, like when you a kid and you sign on to this shit, like, nigga, your heart is in it, 2 feet in. You can start going to jail. Niggas ain't sending you money for jail. You start losing friends. None of the homies putting up money for niggas' bail. So you like, damn, he ain't do it for me. I know these niggas ain't gonna put no money on for my funeral. Niggas ain't gonna put no money on my bill. You know what I'm saying? But I'm risking my life every day. I'm getting shot out here every day. I'm putting in work every day. What am I gonna get out of this shit? So Tupac realized, look, homie, if y'all really want to know what's going on, nigga, I had the privilege to chop it up with Dog, you know what I'm saying, and really talk to Dog, man, and Dog gave me some real game, man, and it's some real shit. But when you look at everything in hindsight, if Tupac was his best friend and he took care of his artists, nigga, Snoop Dogg was the one who told Suge, nigga, hey, let's go get Tupac. You see what I'm saying? Tupac, nigga, was not popping, the only one popping at Death Row. Dog already had it popping before Tupac got there. Yeah, when he came, he added flavor to the Death Row. It became a massive empire, right? But Dog was already booming over there. He was already booming. Why did if Suge was taking care of his artists, why the fuck did Suge go sign with Master P then? Why did he have to get about that contract? Why did Dog have to nigga have a nigga? He had something to try to stab a nigga on the jet because you niggas is on some grimy shit. If everything was so good at Death Row, that's why I say, like, I ain't with that holding hands and kicking can. I ain't with the Boosie conversation. Yeah, Suge sounds convincing right now. But if everything was $100 grand, then nigga, why the hell did Snoop Dogg had to buy Death Row to get his masters back? Nigga, that was the coldest game on his earth. Nigga waited years and years. The opportunity came just to get his masters back. Nigga, that's how you know nigga Suge over here capping. You know what I'm saying? See, he think that a lot of niggas that didn't come up that era, oh, y'all don't know nothing about nothing, man. You young street punks. See, the times were different then. Get that weak ass nigga. We ain't trying to hear that. Nigga, we're smarter. We're way more assertive. And we could comprehend way more faster than what niggas was comprehending back then. We have technology. We have all this tools and the shit that we use to move forward in society, bro. You can't play them old school manipulation games on street niggas in 2025. Like, we don't have to be there to know what took place. We in today's society with the information, bro, we damn near could see a situation and we could predict how it took place and transpired. We could, I know what you was thinking while you did it. Because back then, nigga with 96, niggas had a phone booth. Nigga, they didn't have no FaceTime, nigga. Wasn't no iPhones. Do you see me? Can you see me? Nah, it was none of that shit, nigga. Come on, man. Them glory days over there. Yeah, nigga had a roll of quarters in his pocket. Nigga, the Nike Cortez with the beeper standing at the phone booth in 96. Nigga with the Jerry curl with the shower cap on, with the ducktail in the back. Nigga, come on. Come on, gang. It doesn't take a rocket science to really know what's going on, man. I told y'all I got my vision, whatever how I see things, it be spot on. I ain't even go. Even Reggie White Jr. was like, damn, nigga, Nina Boy is he too close to it. I don't know how this nigga know, but his common sense damn near painted a picture like Picasso where Nina Boy was a threat. You see what I'm saying? And niggas start talking on back channels. Hey, nigga, you're getting too close. I'm phone calls is calling my phone, hanging up, and all of this weird ass shit. I'm changing the number. I get another phone call, hanging up, playing on phones, and man. Listen, man, this mark my word, this Tupac murder shit is finna be big. So if you're a content creator, I don't know if you got how y'all react to shit, but I'm telling y'all, this is a great start for y'all to jump into it. Let's get back to this content though, man. I'm just not smelling what Suge selling right now. Let's go.
Time when I was jokingly saying that, he said, "Don't stop me. How could you probably say that?" He got so excited like he was about to die. He said, "I never had a walkie-talkie. I never had a radio. It could not be me that said that." He got so angry and frustrated about it, he made himself look guilty. So one day, he sent my boxes away and another bigger person had them. And it was a blessing in disguise, like somebody from up top sent it to me. And they said, "Hey, I'm going through the stuff and I see this old school phone or something." I said, "What old school phone?" "It's something." I said, "What, like a walkie-talkie radio?" I said, "You know what? I don't want you stepping into something you have no business stepping into. Because it might be real critical, you know. It sounds like a serious situation." I know. I felt it. I felt it. So I said, "Take a picture of it and send it to my tablet."
Not only costing them tons of money, but tons of time as well. Now, this is why we built our dual calculator, trusted and
When they sent it to my tablet, I went from angry to concerned to saying, "I know why this motherfucker don't want me out of prison. Because it's going to be trouble." So I doubled down and called him back. "Say, thought you said you never had a radio. You never had a walkie-talkie. But I found your radio. I found your motherfucking walkie-talkie. You hid it in my legal work. Idiot. He didn't want to represent me anymore. He didn't want to talk to me anymore. He went to the state bar to get them on me, and I haven't did nothing wrong. To say he cannot represent me. The communication would never be the same. All because he got caught with his motherfucking hand in a cookie jar. So you tell me, it seemed like Pockets coming from the dead and laying all the facts out itself. You tell me, this gonna be the trial of the century. I mean, you gotta remember one thing. I remind you guys of something. Ray J, well, I'm not gonna even say names. This artist went to this other guy, supposed to be his manager or whatever he's supposed to be. And he put this here. Not Corey from the South Side, Corey from New York. Said, hey, Puffy, got to get this resolved. Keefe D is threatening to run his mouth. But I don't know why it's a big deal. Keefe D been running his mouth. And if don't nobody do anything to get him out, he got a lot to talk about. All of a sudden, another guy goes to bail Keefe D out. The excuses was, oh,
Whack 100.
I want to do a documentary on him.
Whack 100.
Oh,
I told y'all,
we want him out.
I swear to God, bro, I have not even looked at this content. When it comes to this Tupac shit, bro, for some reason, I see it clear. Some people just got it, some people don't. I see it clear as fuck. I'm telling you, look, I had no idea. You see what I'm saying? I knew you was going to tie Whack.
Want to do maybe even the movie on it. Don't be stupid, stupid. The motherfucker already did a book. Keefe D. If you want to do a doc, anything he had to say, he said it already in the book. So you don't need him. You already have the book. The real reason why they wanted him out is because they didn't want him running his mouth. Then the lawyers tried to bully me. Now, I know I said this before, but hey, they really tried to bully the bully. I ain't going for that shit. They tell me, hey, you know you don't like the county jail. If you don't give a declaration saying he wasn't there, we bring you down to Las Vegas County Jail and fuck up your program. And you know, then they double down. They double down to the point where they offered me $1 million. Then what makes the facts so factual, because you'll take Rat James to bring you on your show. Why? How would Rat James know, or maybe he did know, that these lawyers offer me $1 million, to say he wasn't there? What that had to do with you, and how would you know, and who is who? You only been a street punk. You never had nothing nice in your life. You only been known as an alcoholic, drunk, smoke crack and primos, and telling everybody. And come from being an abused young man, getting sexually abused until you moved to the neighborhood in '82. That's a long time of sexual abuse, but I'm not making fun of sexual abuse because there are real victims out there.
I told y'all, this nigga
But it's still not bad. So I apologize to him for saying those things, because
So I thought Buntry was your best friend, which is Mob James' brother, right? Y'all notice he only claiming that Tupac was his best friend, right? Buntry, which was allegedly the hitter for Suge, his personal hitter. You see what I'm saying? That's Mob James' brother. So how would you know that Mob James was getting, somebody was trying to put, you know what I'm saying, something in his exit? How do you know that somebody was trying to put something in his exit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, how would you know that unless Buntry told you that, bro? Because you didn't know them. Let's go.
I shouldn't make fun of it because it's true. Give my apology, James. Let the past be the past.
This fake ass shit.
Now, to the point where I contacted this lawyer.
Right.
Hey,
right. I think
it's not ethical.
I think it was a little bit more than 100.
It's not legal.
I think it was like 180,000.
But you fucking with the wrong one if you think for some change, I don't give a fuck how much the money is, that I will betray Tupac. I will.
This is what the world's most advanced PC looks like.
My loyalty can never be compromised.
All right, y'all. So look, man. So when y'all hear this shit, y'all gotta realize Tupac wanted to leave Death Row. So he wanted to go back to New York because California got too hectic for him. The gang culture, you know what I'm saying? He was actually running with some niggas from I don't know if it was from IVC or Legends, one of them. But he was running with the Keyway, like he was running with the Keyways first. You know what I'm saying? And then Trayvon Lane had that nigga hanging around the Pyrus and all that shit, but he had some Keyway homeboys, man, like some real good Keyway homeboys before he even had like some Pyrus and Damus that he was cool with. But y'all got to realize something. I think Tupac, I don't know the exact amount, but Tupac died with over like 165K in his account, right? Something of that nature. I'll get back to it. When I was looking at all the shit that took place, I had all the exact bank accounts and all that shit because it was public information, right? Tupac died not a millionaire. He was worth way more than $1 million. Yeah, with his music and all that. I'm talking about in hard cash, like tangible money. He died not a millionaire. He died with less than $250,000 in his bank account. But you sitting up here playing this. He was my best friend. He was my everything, nigga. Snoop Dogg, nigga made you way more money before Tupac even got there. Y'all gotta really look at the facts of this shit. Nigga, look at what he did to everybody who was signed over there at Death Row. Look how he tried to play corrupt. Nigga, that all them stories that nigga came about corrupt, nigga, and all that shit. Man, I think he kind of set up corrupt and put that nigga in bad positions, bro. I ain't saying niggas is perfect, but this nigga is like he's like the victim and the villain. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga, he'll have something done to you and then come in and fix it for you. That's the type of personality that this nigga should be giving me, gang. Let's go.
Always the same. I believe what I believe in. I stand up what I stand up for. But back to all the circle of the situation. So that wasn't true about Bill and Keefe D out for that. Why would Corey personally give money to Keefe D's son? Why would the lawyers be meeting with Keefe D's son? After I told that lawyer, 702 lawyer, and got on the situation, and he knew I was reaching out to him, he got off the case. Why would someone who has nothing to do or didn't know Keefe D at the time, never met Tupac, never met myself, they're gonna pay for Keefe D's lawyer? They're gonna always get involved in all this shit? Why is everybody behind the scenes trying to pay for this? Me personally, I put Puffy in my prayers. And you guys might think it's jokingly, but boy, if you allow those motherfuckers do what they do.
See, do y'all see it yet? Do y'all see it yet? You feel me? Like, that's why I said, look, nigga, shout out, nigga, think about it. Nigga, that's why, look, I know he mad that dog bought Death Row, nigga, but nigga, to me, nigga, Snoop did the gangster shit. Nigga, that nigga waited, kept his head down, waited his time and opportunity to come buy Death Row back to get all his life work. That's that man's life work. Now he out here, nigga traveling the world in the country, nigga laid up, you know what I'm saying, with the fam, chilling. Like, nigga, I own the same label who tried to play me, nigga. I own it now. You smelling what I'm saying? Like, man, look. That man, he owns Death Row, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Death Row. Shout out to the staff over there. It's some good people. He got a well-ran machine over there at Death Row. But now look, this is and we gotta get up out of here. But look, catch this, right? This is his ace in the hole. As long as Diddy this was Christmas to him. Diddy beat he fought this case, right? Now he got this last. Now I think they're trying to give Diddy 11 years, right? But if they get him on one, if he get convicted and he get detained and he get a sentence, right? They're going to be able to shift gears from Keefe D and put this shit, because Keefe D already saying Diddy nigga paid for it, right? Suge Knight need this to go his way, because if this shit goes towards pushing in Diddy direction, they gonna want to charge him with that. Diddy got enough lawyer money. Keefe D is already saying it. Suge Knight is already confirming that Keefe D saying it. That's gonna be his ace in the hole to try to get out of prison. How long Suge been in prison? He been in prison for some years now. I think he what 8, 9, 10 years already. He already did about a dime, right? You see what I'm saying? He did about a dime. I think they gave him like I don't know. I got to double check. I don't want to speak not facts on his time, but I'll look into that. But he needs this to go in the direction of Diddy, because if they accuse Diddy for paying for the hit, they gave Keefe D $1 million that he never fucking got. Keefe D never got the money. Remember, the alleged story was that Eric Zip Martin was the one who got the check from Diddy, picked it up, and was supposed to hand it over to. And we talking about this in the 90s. You see what I'm saying? Nigga, Keefe D was a dope dealer. Keefe D was a nigga, a dope dealer that wore suits. I know it. See, when you look at these people now, you can't imagine them niggas rolling in Cadillacs and selling big yay and having 3-piece suits and having a pistol on them, and they being G's at this point. And they got some young homies, some little cousins, everybody banging the hood. You got a little empire around you. Shit, some of them niggas was having car phones. Niggas was running around town with car phones and pagers and all that big ass shit them niggas was having. Niggas can't see it, but Keefe D had some money back then too. You see what I'm saying? Keefe D got his chance to get up out of LA, nigga, when it stayed in the same state. Think about it. Who go, nigga, look, you go, nigga, you from Compton. You move right back to the state where you allegedly killed Tupac? Come on, bro. That didn't add up. Everybody blamed him. Nobody was going to touch him. And I think he was the fall guy for it anyway. He's like, yeah, I think that shit, nigga, y'all give me some money and all that shit, man. I say we did it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay tuned, man, and be on the lookout for this shit, because it's definitely finna blow up. We finna the rest of this live, man. We're gonna get up out of here. Let's go.
You're gonna be in trouble. Because at the end of the day, hopefully, if I was him, I'd rather tell the judge, you know what, let me go and get this 5 out the way. Let me get this 10-piece out the way. By then, Keefe D trial will be over and you'll be forgotten. But if you walk away scot-free, Keefe D and the rest of those guys are going to turn on you. And it's different when you go in front of a jury and you the guy that make people dance. You the guy that make people laugh. You the guy that twerk. You know, then now they want to attach you the guy who paid for Tupac to get killed. Don't play with these people, Puffy. All along, when you look at this, Times have changed so much.
Hitting your goals has nothing to do with discipline.
The real culprit is friction. And it slowly erodes your progress. Unlike what most
I always felt that power is calm. Power is like the water, settled, loud and angry, and all these things everybody do. That's a sign of fear. We're going through difficult times all around the United States. You know, I always say a lot of so-called men nowadays is their favorite position to sleep is on their stomach. Even if you got a bitch, I don't think it's sexy if your bitch coming out the shower drying off and pussy wet, and you naked laying on your stomach. There's nothing she can do to her get you excited. Me, I'd be laying on my back, on my side, for letting know it's time to whatever they want to do. But now a lot of these guys is laying on their stomach and they waiting. But when it's all said and done, it was up to me. It's not up to me. I think this should be a real power learning experience for the culture of hip hop, for the culture of our people, especially ones in the inner city, in the ghetto. Everybody's making all these allegations. Everybody doing all these platforms to speak about. Either they speaking about stuff they wasn't there and they act like they was there, which is wrong, or they speaking about stuff to mess up the investigation. Let things play out the way they're supposed to play out. A lot of people have been trying to get a lot of views by going viral. All the people who've been involved have been trying to get these views by going viral, either lying on myself or talking about Pac who they never met, or if they did meet him, because a lot of people do know Pac, but they never had a real conversation with Tupac. However the case may be, watch what you really wish for. Some people say, God, I just want to be famous. Guess what? He answered your prayer. Now you can explain why you didn't want nobody to have guns. Now you can explain why you trying to build Keefe D out. Now you can explain why y'all gave Keefe D's son money. You can explain all this stuff. And you can smile and you know, a lot of you guys, I don't get to really see podcasts sitting in prison, but on my tablet, they have news clippings sometimes. And I see the ones who, men who photoshopping their face and putting up on makeup. Now you can be your own star. But one thing I would say, I am still not promoting for any of these people to go to prison and die in prison. I don't want to see Puffy die in prison. I don't want to see none of the others who's involved die in prison. But I do want justice for the name Tupac. I do want Snoopy motherfucking ass to admit his part. I do want they look at the Dash recording and go what Dash said to put a knife in Snoop's back. I don't feel that Snoopy should be mad at Warren G. Warren G didn't know he was telling on Snoop and putting him 1,000% involved in the murder of Tupac. He didn't do it on purpose. Might have been stupid by talking to him, but he didn't do it on purpose. Corrupt said it best. He told us we couldn't go. Nate Dogg said, I'm gonna go regardless. I just don't have to be around those niggas. If I ain't around those niggas, I won't get shot. What I do want, when they sent me to prison, found me guilty in 96, 97, whatever the time was, that
Yo, I just got access to the Washington Post, Wired, and Fortune for free.
Tell me why you woke me up.
This is Comet.
two security said I didn't do nothing but help save the people's life and help the casino. A lady named Machuca, security guard, said I hit the guy 10 times and kicked him 10 times. And people played that on their platform and didn't play the rest. The rest of it was show us in the video where Mr. Knight doing the things you said he did. She started crying and said he didn't do nothing. The DA right there told me to lie on Mr. Knight. We had to take a break. They ain't court that day. I should have walked. When Orlando Anderson said I didn't do nothing to save his life. When law enforcement got on platforms and says that I paid Orlando Anderson a lie, which that's not true because I did pay Orlando Anderson, not because he got on the stand for me, because he sued Tupac for busting in his motherfucking mouth. And I didn't want Tupac's mother to have to deal with them taking money from her. So I did the honorable, manly thing to do and stepped up and took care of it. When crooked cops tried to change the truth, because they know I should be free. Reason why that case is so important, a detective got on the stand on the oath and lied and said that they didn't know Baby Lane or any of these guys participated in the shooting of Tupac. They didn't want to tell the truth because they would have to let me go. It was guys who was on parole, all of them. Nobody got a violation because they didn't want to charge anybody with anything because we all had to go on trial. If we all went on trial, I'd have got acquitted. They got what they wanted out of it. When they couldn't kill me, but they was able to kill Tupac, they framed me. They blamed me. They said I'm the one to kill Tupac. 30 years. I never said anything different. Because I know the truth. I know God know the truth. And I know Pac know the truth. And I also know what Pac said, what we did, and how well he was doing. I also know what Frank told me. He admitted to everything. Everything. God bless his soul.
Frank is dead, y'all. He's dead.
Long live Tupac.
He tried to kill Frank, but now Frank told him.
Not a day that don't go by I don't think about him. And it's not a day I don't enjoy myself in prison. But for young motherfuckers, don't get it fucked up. My worst day on the streets is still better than my best day in prison.
Let me ask you this. Since you've been in prison, have you been approached to testify against Keefe?
Lots of times. They talked to my lawyers in Vegas, Richard Scheinfeld, David Chasnos, And they even reached out. But under no circumstances, no matter whatever the situation is, I don't have anything to do with that trial. I don't have anything to do, period. When it's all said and done, they have enough people they can talk to. They have had enough evidence they do know. Look, they got the check, they got the motive, they got the body. What the fuck will I have to do with any of it?
Now, this is where it gets crazy.
We have got to the point where literally anybody can build a fully working app without knowing how to code. This is big.
How is it possible that look, y'all don't see that play? It cannot be a murder trial for the death of Tupac when the only living witness that was inside the car with Tupac is in prison. You understand what I'm saying? Look, man, this nigga's a master manipulator. He knows that his name is going to be all through the trial. Okay, let's talk about the trial. Who was in the car the night Tupac died? Suge Knight, Marion Knight. So his name is going to be all through this trial, bro. This nonchalant attitude, like, man, I hope they don't come get. He know they got to come get. They just don't need you right now. He's saying that shit, but mark my word, he's not going to participate in this trial unless he's getting some out of it. He's not going to do this just for the sake of Tupac. He's not going to, oh, that was really my best friend. Nah, nigga. Only way he's going to actually even be transferred down there to take the stand and all of that type of shit, unless he getting some out of it. That's the only way, bro. This nigga's not doing nothing for nobody unless he's getting paid for it. Suge Knight, Marion Knight is about self first. That's why you see, you know, he did Tupac wrong. He did Snoop Dogg wrong. He did the Dog Pound wrong. He did, you know, he did Nate Dogg. I mean, he did Dr. Dre wrong. He did Dr. Dre hella wrong. You see what I'm saying? So everybody wanted to leave Death Row. Everybody wanted out. Suge Knight was not the perfect CEO. The nigga was taking everybody money, and he just said it himself, he's a bully. Who wanna do music on a label where nigga the bully is the CEO? Come on, gang. Like, nigga, this intimidation tactics that you putting out there, don't get it fucked up. I think Suge think he, like, you know, he got action to come home. He might got action to come home, but at the same time, there's no way there's going to be a Tupac trial for the murder of Tupac without Suge Knight. It's just not gonna happen. He's the only person that was in the car that's still alive.
I'm not the one, but none of that. They talked bad about me, said that I never helped the investigation. I never will. At the end of the day, shit, Keefe D stupid motherfucking ass told it in his book. He told it on podcasts. However it may be. But it ain't about pointing the finger. It ain't about constantly talking about it. The facts is this. A certain person supposed to hate Keefe D because he claims Keefe D was involved with the murder of Tupac. But this same person who claims that he really know Pac, but you don't, but he really know of me because he do, and he really worked for me because he did, but you knew with the word on the streets, you knew because your connection to law enforcement, and your father, who was on the investigation, they took him off, knows. But still, you took Keefe D and said, hey, I'm going to give you a hug because you was involved with killing Tupac, and I know you was, your involvement. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bless you and hook you up with a book deal and get you some money. I'm going to put you on this culture vulture Russian guy on this podcast more than once to get you some money. And there's another guy podcast he went on more than any of them. But I'm not going to say nothing bad about that guy because I think that guy is a good guy who does great things for the culture of our people and the culture of hip hop. So I'm going to leave him anonymous.
You trying to?
He went on his show maybe 6 times, or maybe 7.
You trying to? He talking
But
about
none of these things would have happened if it's one for the guy who basically dropped the ball and Pac ended up dead. I ended up with a bullet in my head and shot somewhere else. And at the end, at the very, very end, caused me to lose a lot of money, a lot of time in prison. That's not the part that really gets me angry. What gets me angry the most is that I used to blame myself of the passing of my mother. My mother was the type of mother, she would never visit me. My mother used to come visit me on Mother's Day. You got other siblings. New Year's is my mother and father anniversary. They was married for 57 years before my mother passed away. And my mother say, get ready, going to visit my baby. And then when they get there, she'll tell me, the father said it's our anniversary. She'd be worried about celebrating our anniversary instead of visiting our son. And my mother would look at my father and say, didn't I tell you, ugly motherfucker? My son come before everybody. And a lot of my humor I get from my mother. I definitely get the cousin from my mother. So, you know, my mother was so down. I was in prison. At that time, they'll let you do your hugs, your kisses, and your goodbye at the back of the wall. The back of the wall was a sewing machine. So if I stand by that sewing machine and somebody stand in front of me, I could do some things that even though my dick was harder than penitentiary steel, I'd be able to relieve myself. My mother was so down that my mother said, you boy, I know what you're doing, baddest motherfucker. I'm not gonna be looking, but I'll stand in front of you facing the police. And my mother gained weight. My mother said, you know, I ain't skinny no more. Shit, I didn't gain weight. You can't see around me. You get a few of your friends.
Wait,
did you know that you could be generating 10 grand a month or more by
Man, come on, gang. What the
simply teaching other people what you already know?
Shit, that girl can get on her knees. And I ain't putting the motherfucking bitch down because cigars to her. That made me feel for a long way back to strip out, put my clothes back on, and walk back to my cell smoking a cigar. But I would get my dick sucked in the head. So my next day, my mother comes in and my mother says, you better watch this particular guy. And once again, we don't take this time to make fun of no one, but it is the truth. So you better watch this particular guy. I think they like you. So, Mama, you crazy. No, I'm not. That heifer, she might be pretty. That heifer come down there and she would suck your dick. And on the way out, you can't go to the restroom, you can't do nothing. We gotta walk to the car. And this guy would grab that heifer and stick his tongue down her throat and kiss her, knowing. She didn't say nothing, knowing you just came in her mouth. And I just go, Mama. And my mama.
Man, I ain't, boy. That's a fun fucking mother, man. I ain't never knew somebody mama who be talking like that to their child and shit about your dick in the next bitch mouth and you nutted in her. That's crazy, gang. But look, man, we finna get up out of here, man. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Y'all want us to keep doing the this Tupac, Suge Knight, Keefe D situation, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. And yeah, man, we'll keep going. If not, I'm gonna move it to my second channel. If y'all ain't subscribed to my second channel, it's right here in the left-hand corner. Go ahead and use y'all phones, hit that QR code, and go ahead and subscribe to that channel. But if y'all wanted to stay over here, bro, let me know in the comment sections, and we'll keep it over here. I'll see y'all in the next video. Let's go.
I know how to shoot, I know how to fight. I tell you once, don't tell you twice.